Are you ready? Whew, can you imagine if we could learn something like that in 5 minutes? Now that would be impressive. But since we can't learn that, instead I'm going to teach you 3 simple card tricks that you can use to impress your friends, your coworkers, family, inmates, anyone. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master performance, and captivate audiences. If you're here for the first time, my name is Vineet, and I go by CardMechanic here on YouTube, as my channel shows. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, as it helps me create more content like this for you. You know, I usually just teach one card trick every Monday, but today I'm like, you know what?
I want to give people some options.
The card tricks that I'll be sharing with you in this video are mainly beginner level, and maybe 1 or 2 kind of come to the edge between beginner and intermediate, but regardless, you're gonna love them. My goal for today is for you to be able to perform all these tricks by the time you finish watching this video. So grab your favorite deck of playing cards and let's begin. Trick number 1. We're gonna start off by pulling out a deck of playing cards just like this, and I'm gonna give the deck a couple of cuts. Now, we need friend. We're gonna need help from our good friend, the Ace of Spades. We'll take the Ace of Spades, leave him right over there. And we need a card selected, so our friend Bobby right here will select the card. Bobby, pick out a card. Let's say this one right here. It is the 8 of Hearts. So we're gonna take the 8 of Hearts, place it right next to the Ace of Spades for now. And Bobby, I want you to call out stop as I riffle through the deck. Right over here, perfect. We'll mark the spot where you cut or call out stop like this. We'll take the Ace of Spades, put it here face up, and your card face down on top of the Ace of Spades. Now, of course, you called out stop wherever you wanted. You could have called out stop anywhere in the deck. Now, the Ace of Spades is going to help find your card like this. It's going to sandwich your card between itself and the other black ace, which is the Ace of Clubs. Are you ready? Watch for the secret move. It happened. Check it out. Here we have the 2 black aces. And between those 2 black aces is your selected card, the 8 of Hearts. Breaking down trick number 1, you gotta know that there's at least some level of setup. So to set this up, you will take the Ace of Clubs, put it on the bottom of the deck, face up like this, and you can take the Ace of Spades, leave it right on top, and now you're all ready and good to go. So I like to personally start off this trick by giving the deck a couple of cuts, and these are false cuts. So what I do is I take a packet of cards, cut it over to my hand, take another packet, cut it over to my hand, except I built the separation between those packets. Then I put the bottom packet down, take the middle packet, put it on top of that, and take the original top packet, put it on top of that. So up to speed, it looks like this, like we're actually giving the deck a couple of cuts. But if you can see here, the bottom card is still the Ace of Clubs, and the top card is still the Ace of Spades. So starting off, just give the deck a couple of false cuts, and you're good to go. Now, of course, beginning the trick, when you're performing, you have a card selected by a spectator, and you bring it, to the top or wherever. And you say you're gonna need the help of the Ace of Spades. And now you could either reveal the Ace of Spades right in the beginning, or you can reveal it after the spectator's card is picked. It's completely up to you. So we have these 2 cards here. Now, what I like to do is give the spectator almost a level of free choice where that card is being placed in the deck, because you can do 1 or 2 things. You can either just do this like this, and then give the deck a cut, and you're set that way. Or if you want to make it a bit more cool, a bit more spectator interactive friendly, what I like to do is I like to riffle and ask the spectator when to stop. So I'm riffling to the deck like this. Of course, make sure not to tilt the deck up, otherwise they'd see the face down card. But they're riffling through the deck and they call out stop. And then I take this packet, I twirl it over onto my other hand and put it down. And I emphasize to the spectator, this is a free choice. You made a completely free choice when cutting this deck. Now you take the Ace of Spades, put it face up, take the Queen of Hearts, put it face down, and then you say, okay, well, I'm gonna give the deck a cut. And if the spectator wants, they can give the deck a few cuts as well, just like this. And now you'll tell the spectator that the Ace of Spades will help find your card, because, of course it was right next to your card, but it'll sandwich it between another ace. So your card will be sandwiched between the 2 black aces, and then you can spread the cards out like this and see 1 card sandwiched between the aces, and it's the spectator's selected card, the Queen of Hearts. It is time for trick number B. We're going to start off by having our friend Bobby here touch the back of any playing card. Let's say this card right here. Take a look and remember it right there. That card, that's the one you got to remember. Hopefully you got that memorized by now. We'll take it, leave it somewhere right in the center. And now Bobby can go ahead, take this deck, and shuffle it up to his heart's content, just like this. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. If he can shuffle like this, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I don't know what else. Cuts, 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 and cuts, cuts. Now, as I put down each card, I want Bobby just to call out the name of that card. And using just the tone of his voice, I'll be able to tell if that's his card or not. Of course, since Bobby is not actually here, I'm going to pretend to be Bobby. Ace of Diamonds, Joker, Queen of Clubs, 2 of Hearts, 3 of Diamonds, Jack of Spades, 6 of Diamonds, 9 of Hearts, King of Hearts, 10 of Clubs. Wait, hold on. Is it 10? No, it's not 10 of Clubs. Can you say 10 of Clubs one more time? 10 of Clubs. No, it's not it. We're going to keep going. Ace of Clubs, 4 of Diamonds. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Say 4 of Diamonds one more time. 4 of Diamonds. This is it. This right here. Your selected card was the 4 of Diamonds. So trick number 2 is a variation on a trick called No Clue Discovery. And the way that trick works, let me explain that trick and then how I changed it up for this level performance. So that trick goes off the principle of a key card. And a key card is a card that we use as a type of indicator on where the selected card is. So for example, here the key card we'd be using is the 4 of Diamonds, okay? So what we would remember as a performer is the 4 of Diamonds. We'd have a spectator go ahead, select a card. Let's just say they selected this card, 8 of Diamonds. Of course, we don't know what that card is. They place it on top, we give the deck a cut, and now going through this whole dealing process, we're going to be looking for our 4 of Diamonds, because that was our key card. We see the 4 diamonds come up, and we know that the next card is going to be the spectator selected card, which is 8 of Diamonds. So that's how the trick was originally meant to be done, but I kind of wanted to take that a step up. What I wanted to do is I wanted to make a completely free choice. I wanted the spectator to put it wherever they wanted in the deck. I wanted the deck to be shuffled, and then I wanted that to happen. And that just adds a whole nother layer. And you may think, that is a bit more difficult, because obviously doing just the key card, Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs, do that, and the Ace of Clubs will be right next to Ace of Spades. That's so much easier. But going through the whole process of having a card selected at random is just insane, and then shuffled in is insane. So the way that I used this variation, or how I made this variation work, was I just have a spectator first go ahead, tap the back of any playing card they'd like. Let's just say they tap the back of this card, and I push that card out and show it to the spectator. Now here I'm showing you it is the King of Spades. So as I do this, I show it to the spectator. I make sure to emphasize that is their selected card. So again, I'm showing that to the spectator. And what I'm going to do now is, hopefully this goes across well on camera, is I'm going to just bend this corner of the playing card, a very small amount. So I have my middle finger here, I have my middle finger here. I'm just going to bend that card like this. Okay, and you can see that is maybe like the smallest bend. I don't even know if it comes across on camera, but that is the smallest bend. And what's cool is, with that bend, it'll come across. You'll know exactly where that card is. You can tell that card is right here. So regardless of how much this deck is shuffled, like this, you can do whatever you really want. Give it actual cuts, shuffle it this way, shuffle it this way. You'll see that the card will always, there we go, you'll see that the card will always be right there. And if we take a look, there's the King of Spades. So now you know exactly where the spectator selected card is. So when you're doing this dealing, I'm just going to deal multiple cards because I don't want to be sitting here forever. When you're dealing the cards here, I like to have the spectator name their card, and this is really where the performance aspect of this whole trick comes into play, where you're having them name a card, 6 of Spades, 9 of Spades, Ace of Clubs, and you're doing this for the reason of what am I saying? You're doing this for the reason of some level of performance, because obviously if you don't do any performance with it, it's just stupid. So you're kind of telling the spectator, I'm going to try to read the way that you're saying a card, and just based on the way you're saying it, I can tell what card is your card, all right? So they'd say King of Hearts, and the next one, I can see the bend by the way. Next one is their card. Now, one thing you may want to do is straighten the bend. So when you're picking up the card, pick it up from this corner as well. Pull it out just a little bit like this, just straighten it, and then put it down. They say King of Spades, you'd be like, oh wait, say that one more time. They say King of Spades, and you can confirm, yes, that is your selected card. All right, trick numero 3. So here I have the deck split in 2 halves. The first half contains all diamonds and clubs. The second half contains all spades and hearts. Now the spectator is allowed to pick either half of the deck they want, and that's the half that they will use for this trick. So let's just say spectator selects this half of the deck. That means I get this half. Now, this trick is gonna be a do as I do type of trick. So if I take the cards in my hand, the spectator will take the cards in their hand. If I give the deck a cut, the spectator would also give their cards a cut. If I shuffle the deck overhand like this a few times, the spectator would also have to do the exact same thing. All right? So do as I do. Now, if I turn the cards over like this, spread them out, they would also have to turn them over like this, spread them out. And if I go ahead and do this and close it up, they would also have to do this and close it up. No, I'm just kidding. But can you imagine that? I have rarely ever run into a spectator who can do that completely. But anyway, so once the spectator is satisfied and I'm satisfied, we're both going to spread out the cards like this, and the spectator is going to select a card in the same area that I select the card in. All right, so I'm going to select the card right here. The spectator also needs to select the card somewhere in this area, or since it's opposite for them, they can select it in this area, whichever one they like. Let's just say we're doing opposites. We'll go here and here. All right, so just approximately in that area. It doesn't have to be the exact same card. Like if I'm picking 4th from here, they don't have to pick 4th from there, just in that area. So they'll pick that and I will pick this. Square up the rest of the deck. Now the spectator will take a look at their card and I will take a look at my card. All right, once that's memorized, put it right on top. And just so no one else knows what it is, we're gonna give the deck a cut. Again, do as I do. Now from here, this really is a test of Soulmates, okay? So Soulmates in the deck of playing cards goes something like this. So same value and same colors. So 4 of diamonds would be 4 of hearts, those would be Soulmates. Or King of clubs would be King of spades, Soulmates. So what are the chances that both of us picked cards that were Soulmates, okay? That's 1 out of 26 for you, 1 out of 26 for me. So the chances of that happening are, you know, pretty low, that we both selected the exact same card. Now, we're gonna trade piles. You're gonna select out the card that was your selected card from your pile, and I'm gonna do the same thing from my pile, and we're gonna compare. So for example, if you had selected the 4 of hearts from your pile, from my pile, you would select the 4 of diamonds. You're gonna select the soulmate, okay? So let me go ahead and select out my card. That's my card right here. And you're gonna select the soulmate. If you could find the soulmate, you're gonna select the soulmate. Hopefully you didn't pass it. All right, I think that's your soulmate right there. Okay, so the chances of you selecting your card again were this exact card was 1 in 26. And me selecting this exact card was also 1 in 26. So let's take a look at your card first. You selected the Jack of clubs here. That means your soulmate was the Jack of spades. And the card that I selected was the Jack of spades. So now this last trick is one of my favorites. I believe it is called You Do As I Do. And you want to split the deck into 2 piles. Of course, one pile that has red and black, another pile that has red and black. So best way that I found to do this is to split the cards up first by their suits. And after the cards have been split up by suits, just take a black and red color, put those together, take black and red color, put those together, and just actually shuffle them up, all right? We don't want it to be where all the cards are just within their suits. So just shuffle all those up. There we go, give it a nice shuffle, and we're good to get started with the trick. Now, fun fact, this card trick is very similar to the one we just looked at, card trick number 2, because this also uses a key card effect, okay? And let me show you when that happens. So We start off by having the spectator select any pile that they'd like. Let's just say they selected this pile. This is the diamonds and clubs pile. So they selected the diamonds and clubs pile. They can take that. Now, you introduce the concept to the spectator of you do as I do. So if you give the deck a cut, they also give the deck a cut. If you spread the cards out like this, they also spread the cards out like this. If you shuffle like this, they'll also shuffle like this. All right. And I just have to take a break real quick, and I have to say this is one of my favorite tricks to perform. It just goes over so well. I don't know why, but it works. It goes over so well. It's beautiful. But yeah, back to the trick. So once you've introduced the concept to them of you do as I do, you also want to introduce a second concept of soulmates in playing cards, okay? So, for example, you can flip over the top card, say this is the King of Spades. The soulmate to that would be the card with the same value and same color. So it would be King of Spades would be King of Clubs. Here we have Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs would be Queen of Spades, and Queen of Diamonds would be Queen of Hearts, and so on and so forth, okay? And you want to make sure you explain that soulmate aspect to the spectator so they're not really confused when you're actually doing the trick. So now, in terms of you do as I do, you want to get a glimpse of the bottom card, because that again will be your key card. So the way that I like to do it is I flip this deck over and give the cards a spread. You can have them also flip the deck over, give the cards a spread. And then the way that I'm doing this, I'm just doing this in kind of like a fun manner where it's, you know, I'm doing this, then I'm flipping it over and closing it, and then they're going to do their best to try to copy that. During this time, you know, they're having a bit of fun, we're having a bit of fun. You also want to take a look and remember the bottom card, which here you can clearly see is the 4 of clubs. So once that's closed and like this, you automatically now know what the bottom card is. So now I like to spread the cards face down one time. And again, just have the spectator copy where I'm selecting a card. Let's just say somewhere in the middle. Again, this is you do as I do. They select their card, they take a look at it, okay? And in our case, it is the 4 of diamonds. And remember, the key card is the 4 of clubs. So they put that on top. Our card does not matter. It does not matter what this card is. This card is garbage. You can just leave it on top. You could pretend to remember it, but it doesn't matter. You leave it on top, square everything up, and give the deck a cut like this. Obviously, you give the deck a cut, and they give the deck a cut on their end. And one thing I have to emphasize, the reason I love this trick so much is because the spectator is pretty much controlling their deck the entire time. They're just doing their best to copy you. And the tricks that have the most interaction between spectator and performer get the best reactions. So now that this is done, you know that the card in the spectator's deck is located right next to the 4 of clubs. So if we take a look, the spectator selected card was a 4 of diamonds, and the card right next to it is a 4 of clubs. So you can see 4 of clubs, it'll be on top of the 4 of diamonds. So we know the spectator's card will be 4 of diamonds just by using our key card. All right, so what we do at this point, we tell the spectator we're gonna switch packets just like this. And now you want them to find the soulmate of their card in this packet, and you'll find the soulmate of their card in this packet. All right, so they're gonna go ahead and obviously they're gonna pick out the 4 of hearts. So where's the 4 of hearts? There it is. They're gonna pick out the 4 of hearts, leave it face down. And we're gonna come into this packet now and look for our 4 of clubs. And whatever card is in front of the 4 of clubs is the spectator selected card. Because again, remember, the 4 of clubs was our key card, so whatever card's in front of it is the spectator selected card. We're gonna take that and say this is our card, put that face down. And now, I kind of like to go through the math of what are the chances you picked your card, what are the chances I picked my card. To be quite honest, the chances of it is 1 in 26, but I feel like it's a lot more powerful to say the chances of you picking that exact card were 1 in 26. The chances of me picking this exact card were also 1 in 26. The chances of both of us picking our exact same cards were 1 in 676. So flip over your card. It is the 4 of hearts. Now, if we truly are meant to be soulmates, that means I should have selected the 4 of diamonds. And right here is where they lose their minds and you can collect all your prize cash money. There you have it, my friends, 3 card tricks that you should be able to perform right now. Try them out and let me know down in the comments below what kind of reactions you get, and remember to have some fun with these card tricks because, you know, they are just that, tricks. You never know, it could help maybe brighten someone's day. Go ahead, try it out. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. It's always a blast when you're here. Again, make sure to like and subscribe as it really helps to grow this channel. And I think that's all I got. If you got some more time, feel free to check out some more content right over there, and if not, don't even worry about it. I'll see you really soon.